Hello, hello, NGS lovers, hot players, and Disband now NCM Daybreak enjoyers. What's going on? We're getting ready to go into draft in the first map of Dragon Shah. And starting out, we've got a Tyrael band from CM Daybreak who did elect to go hero pick. They got first pick in this, and they are going to have their Tyrael ban responded with an Anub ban. These teams played once in the regular season, as we all did, and we had a 2-1 victory for, I believe, CM Daybreak. They enjoyed getting to second place in the division, and now are enjoying their semifinal against Disband now. We have an Uther ban as the second ban for Daybreak, and responded in kind with a Johanna from Disband now. Looking for the first pick, what they elected to go to, what they got with their higher seed. CM Daybreak elects to first pick. Stukov. A first pick Stukov is too scary for me. But I enjoy Stukov. I think he's strong. I think he's good. Anduin is still up. They think that Tyrael and Uther will be an issue for Stukov. And we get a May. May is going to be good at getting the triangle priority. And Zagara will be the same, making sure they always have vision on the Dorito in between bottom and middle in Dragonshire. May will make sure that they completely contest the point. Now, this is Disband Now's map pick, so they expected this. This is the comp that they want. I don't know how much Tyrael and Uther really messed them up, but I'm going to assume with a May pick that it was May and Zagara, that this is probably the core of their comp here. Tychus and ETC we have coming in for Daybreak. I like Tychus. I like Cal. I think they're good. Tychus maybe might struggle with, May blinds from Snowball. Cal maybe gets a little bit punished from Zagara, but is very good at interrupting and getting out of May stuff. I think Cal into May is very good. As long as you don't get... If you ever get stunned by the May W, you're SOL. An Orphea band coming out from Disband now. I understand. I get it. You don't want a mosh pit with a Stukov silence, big red button and, a big Orphea bubble. Or puddle, I guess. We have an Anduin ban into Sylvanas Ariel. Great. I like this. I really like this comp from Disband now. They've got good push. They've got decent team fight. They're going to be able to control the middle and the Dorito a lot. And we are trying to find what the last two picks are from Daybreak. Oh, don't forget to drink your water. Dahaka Tassadar. Dahaka should be able to double soak pretty well. We have a Hogger. 10th pick, Hogger coming in. Dahaka Tassadar. Tassadar should be able to match the Zagara, clear the creep. Dahaka, same thing, clear any creep that winds its way up towards topside. Hogger going to be able to probably control point, especially if they have Dahaka double soaking, but Tychus Tassadar can usually take care of both waves. I think, honestly, the burden of execution, May makes red side a little tougher. May makes Disband Now's comp a little bit tougher to play, but honestly, I think it looks good. I think maybe the burden of execution is on... hard to say. What do you want out of both teams is kind of what we're thinking. I think the Cal comp for CM Daybreak might want a little bit more or extra or anything, but I think the Cal comp maybe is a little bit easier for them to play. No. I lied. Alright, well, regardless. Let's look at heroes. We have Aura on Tassadar. We have EMVP on Dahaka. We have Venus on Tychus. We have Death Punisher on ETC. And we have Rakam on Stukov. For the red side, of Disband now. We have Tashives on the Zagara, Undead on the Undead Sylvanas, Goku, Gokwe, Goku on Hogger, Sir Noble on the Mei, and Kurama on the Ariel. Looking here at maybe a fight coming in. Whoops. E for everyone. Looking here, we have Low Blow, we have Static Charge, Press the Advantage, Enhanced Agility, and Block Party. For the other side, we have On the Prowl, Righteous Assault, Corpse Feeders, Might of the Banshee Queen, and Ice Storm. No level 1 Sylve Cheese, but we do have both camps being taken immediately by Disband now. Mid-wave being caught, and bot wave being caught by the Ariel. Likely missing a couple of creep XP, not a big deal, you get camps out quick. But camp taken first by the blue team by, you see him, Daybreak. And really, Dahaka looking to double soak, looking to 3-man this all of these camps. Obviously, if you start both camps earlier, generally you'll finish both camps earlier. But really, we'll see how much damage this Knight camp is able to get top wave. As a good Dahaka slam, good Hogger slam slams Dahaka into the wall. As Tastar comes up to help clean up the Knights, and they get maybe some damage on tower and, what, a third of the HP of Gate. But down in the bottom lane, we have EPC going in, is being taken away a little bit by Mei, but Punisher taking a lot of damage, gets a big heal pop from the Stukov, keeping them alive. Goes back in, trying to get anything they can on the Zagara, but for now, we're just looking at a way to clear these Giants. Tastar able to get mid-wave while they get top. Dia's Punisher comes in on the ETC, slides into Kurama. Kurama being body blocked into the Stukov puddle. Stukov, you need to hold that, man. Kurama able to walk away with the help of the Mei W. ETC and a good wall from Tassadar will almost be able to take down Kurama. Walks away with 70 HP. Very, very tight. So, top, what do they call this? Shrine? Yeah, top shrine taken by the Hogger, bottom shrine taken by the side of CM Daybreak. Leaf Punisher goes in, trying to get on Sir Noble with the 4 talents. Aura getting a wall in, but as speaking of, we have one good spread on the Stukov, Electric Fence on the Tastar, In the Rhythm on the Tychus, Hero Stalker on the Dahaka, and a fight goes in. We have Crowd Surfer, as you can see on the ETC. A good fight. You know, they're trying, blue side's trying to make sure that they can keep this, not necessarily theirs, but prevent this from happening. You do have Tychus mid, but it is subsequently a 3v4. ETC gets slammed into the walls, or goes deep for the Tassadar. Undead trying to follow, but a good slide from the Cow is able to bring a Dahaka dig with a Q and a tongue drag into the turrets. Hogger's going to get some good damage top for this. But, I mean, you take the shrine back, you get, ideally, an earlier 7 now. I think this is going to be good for Daybreak. As we look in the bot wave here, we have mid wave going down, going down without getting soaked. A little bit of damage onto the wall, may take some poke damage, but Zagara doing her best to try and keep them away from structures. Sylvanas trying to accost the Dahaka. Gokui trying to help as best he can. But camps are back up. Camps are needing to be taken. ETC able to soak as the teams get both, and we can look at 7s. We have Growing Infestation. We have Beam Alignment. We have Combat Tactician. Thank you. Feeding Frenzy on the Dahaka. And Echo Pedal on the ETC. For 4s and 7s, if we go into this, we might not have time. Sir Noble going deep on the Mei is walled off, but Cow will go down instead of the Mei. Mei trying to slide through the E, but it doesn't quite work like that, as a Tastar Q will take her down. Tank for tank, camp for camp, and we're halfway through level 8. 4s and 7s, I'm sorry, for Disband now. We have Hogger's Joggers, Majestic Span, Envenom Spines, Possession, and Cold Front, with the 7s being Seeing Red, Energized Cord, Vile Drop, Lost Soul, and Skating Away. Fort wall kind of going down. We have gate down. We have a few siege damage. Maybe get a couple onto the towers, but not a lot. We have mid getting cleaned up as we have Hogger getting all of top wall. As Dahaka gets stunned barely into the wall, gets a W on from Sylvanas, but is able to walk away through the bush here. Coming down, we have the Punisher going a little deep. Maybe Sir Noble able to get through the Stukov puddle. And I don't know. We don't play Mei or Stukov enough to know if Mei goes to slide through the Stukov puddle, she gets interrupted, right? She's not unstoppable. So, just something to think about. Heath Punisher trying to hold this for as long as they can as the team takes the hard camp. Sylvanas also not taking the hard camp for their team. But bottom shrine will go down to the side of Disband now. Mid being taken by MVP. We got first to 10s on this side. We have Massive Shove, Black Hole, Draken Laser Drill, Isolation, and Mosh Pit. 10s for the Disband now coming in. We have Crystal Aegis, Devouring Maw, Avalanche. We got Big Snowball. And a bottom fight, we're hoping for the best. Shockwave, Big Mosh coming in onto the Zagara. Snowball is able to take out the ETC, but it's to no avail as a dying Mosh takes up the Tychus and Nassadar, who kill Zagara. Sylv still thinking between Mind Control and Wheeling Arrow. Will eventually end up taking one of them, but a 1-for-0 on the side of CM Daybreak allows a bottom push to occur and Dragon Knight to be taken. Looking at Mind Control coming out from Sylv as it catches the ETC. ETC slides back in, trying to get the Mei on the re-engage. Wena's taking a lot of tower shots and is able to walk away. Zagara attempting to get kicked away. Attempting to defend and gets kicked away as they are trying to siege both. ETC slides past the Taskar wall through the Mei. Mei is able to slide out, get a blizzard down, and stuns the Stukov. A push makes sure Sylvanas can't quite get out. ETC is able to live with about 800 HP, and they try and take bot fort as mid fort got about 50% down with the Dragon Knight. Being traded out by Goku with the top fort. Looks like it's going to be 2-for-1 on the structures. Rackham taking as much damage as they need to. Bot fort goes down. Mid fort might be saved. Mid fort's saved. Good blizzard as top fort goes down. Kind of a 1-for-1. We got most of a second one. So it's like 1.8 for 1. Which I think you take. I mean, yeah. If you're off lane, you're going to have more trouble as we go in here. Okay, Goku going in with the Shockwave. Sir Noble coming to follow up with the Mei. Stukov going down as MVP digs in with the Dahaka in the behind. A Crystal Aegis comes out onto the Hogger, not able to quite save him. A isolation on the Sylvanas as Mei is slowly taken down by the Tychus. A 2-for-0 for the side of CM Daybreak. It might spell defeat for the mid fort, but definitely for the siege camp. A check up the bush with the Stukov silence. And we have 13s. We have It Hunger, Shadow Walk, Spray and Pray, Ferocious Stalker, and Encore. And not quite 13s for the side of Disband. Now,
my beloved is gone,
but Halfstar might be in trouble here with the Sylvanas flank. And we have a miss on the Mind Control as Hogger gets stunned into... Hogger stuns Dahaka into the wall. I promise I know the difference between the two heroes. A retreat ping comes out as Bot Keep, sorry, is being sieged by 4 giants. They did a build a boss. Well, it's 2 giants now. There was enough shenaniganery going on. Shove comes out, shoving the Mei back behind the wall. And you get about 1 tower in some of wall. Hogger is able to get the top shrine, and camps are up in about 2 minutes or so. Minute 30, 2 minutes. Bottom camp is up. He's going to try and shove this again. I like this. I like this play. From CM Daybreak, they do have to watch for the flank. Undead checks the bush with the Mind Control. And Aura is going to get stunned by this Mei Blizzard, but a good Mosh and a great whip from Kurama prevents the Mosh. That Mosh is on a long cooldown. There was a cowbell that came out there. I think basically once you hear the mariachi, it's going to be like the not the ah yeah yeah yeah, but once you hear the shouts coming out from the ATC, I believe Mosh goes on to a long cooldown. It will be not prevented. It will be CDR'd. It will be reduced by Encore, but we have 13s coming out for the side of Disband now. Pummel, we have Blinding Flash, Hydralisk Transfusion, Remorseless, and Flurry. But 16s now, as they have the Talontier advantage on the side of CM Daybreak. We have Pox Populi, Armor Piercing Rounds, Elongated Tongue, and some 16s perhaps, with the bot fort going down. It's being traded for the top knights. They're almost able to take it as a Mosh gets, or Slide gets whipped into the Maw. An MC coming out on the Aura gets them low as Tashives goes down on the Zagara. A Slide over the wall is trying to get Undead. Undead's trying to find their way out, but will get taken down eventually. The question is just when. A few Qs coming out from Tychus will seal the deal. The other 16s, Showstopper and Thermal Lance. Another blue-sided Dragon Knight. The second one for Daybreak. Even with, they just didn't care about their top fort. So they weren't able, or they did care, I'm sorry, about their top fort, so they were not able to get the top shrine. A good take on the Knights down here will maybe force an end angle here. If you can get this keep down and Dragon Knight have a decent amount of HP, you might be able to end here. And you do still have the Talontier advantage for a little while. As we zoom out and try to see what can go down. Dragon Knight, it's about now. Good mind control onto the Tychus, but Sylvanas is able to get out with a good whip from the Ariel. Dragon Knight may be a little low to go for an end here, so they're going to back out. They got Keep. Keep is free. No reason to push it. No reason to get it later. The side of Disband now will get their 16s. Headbanger coming out from the Hogger, Reservoir of Hope, Corrosive Saliva, Will of the Forsaken, and Black Ice from the May. Some creep clearing going on, maybe some prepping for Siege Camp, but we have a Dragon Knight that's done. A map that's, I'm not going to say even, I'm going to be honest. It's not even, but it's not by any means lost, as we have a slide into a mosh and whip misses. This is going to be a long mosh. May interrupts the mosh as Black Hole comes out. Black Hole snags the Zagara into the Dahaka tongue. Zagara goes down, May goes down. A Shockwave for Peel, and it's a 2-for-0 for CM Daybreak. That should give them both Giants. It should give them this Bruiser Camp. And it might get them mid-keep. It probably won't get them an end. If they were 20, it for sure would get them an end. But we kind of look at this and think, okay, yeah, this game's maybe a little rough, but it's not by any means done. Just tipped by the edge is Hogger as ETC slides in. We're looking at a good push bot wave. That's, 2 Katas, 2 Giants, and 3 waves. A Mind Control comes out. Looks like it missed, as the Sylvanas will go down for trying to make a play there. Not a bad thing, just what occurred. 2 Giants, 2 Katas. Aura takes a big chunk, I think, from the Zagara, as we have 20s coming out. Bio Explosion, Switch, Force Barrier, Focusing Diodes. I almost said Deities. Apex Predator, and Tour Bus. Tour Bus coming out. Not Death Mosh, not Blink. Tour Bus. Watch for the longer Mosh and the slide in Mosh. Bot Keep is dead. Mid Keep is half. Core still has shields. Your top wave is pushing. A good Mosh coming in from the Cow. Cow will get eaten by the Maw and might go down here. Tashives pulled in by the Dahaka Q. Gets ISO'd, and with the armor is going to stay alive with the help of Ariel. Venus gets snowballed back and taken down along with the ETC. Goku looking to go forward more and try and get a good stun onto the Dahaka. Sir Noble looking to help out, but gets canceled by the Black Hole. Dahaka's still stunned by the Blizzard. is blound and will eventually go down. You got to get a structure here. You got to get mid. You have an okay wave. Like, you have a couple archers. You might be able to eke it out with Sylvanas, but okay, yeah, taking shrines, that's fine. You're going to take DK for this. Cool. I like this. Yep, they're going to give up giants, and you're going to take DK. Wonderful. Love this play. So, looks like they're going to try and push down top. Sure, makes sense. You have top fort down. You'd have to go through forts anyways. Stukov trying to do what he can to defend, but Aura will attempt to help out. A good 5-man push. This keep will go down. Mosh is not up yet, so no threat of that there. Cal being pushed around like a bumper car as they make their way across the Bridge of Death, hopefully out. Sylvanas in the E. Cal gets a touch on the Hogger and Sylv as Mind Control comes out, a big stun, and everyone's going to walk away here. Not a nothing burger. Top keep did get taken, but as far as the fight goes, you're still down 20s. You don't want to be here. You did not get spotted. Good job. And a base from the Sylv to prevent anything serious from happening to the keep, which did lose 31%. It's at 69. Nice, which means if they don't touch it again, as long as CM Daybreak doesn't hit core, they have the magic number. Disband now should be able to defend with their 20s and with their 69% on the core. We also have Power Spike, Shield of Hope, Hack Instinct, Withering Barrage, and Flash Freeze as we have a Hogger Stun on the Dahaka into a Mind Control. We are not fishing with Mind Control. This is Withering Barrage. A good whip with the Ariel is able to prevent any Tour Bus shenanigans from going, but an Aegis into the Dahaka Tongue will bring Hogger back as Mei goes in trying to peel, but a Force Wall prevents them from going any further. Good stun onto the Tychus as they are at 100 and go down. Goku going in deep, but gets taken out by the Thermal Lance. Sylvanas going in, but retreats safely to the fort, as it is a 1-for-1 for both teams. 1-for-1 trade, sitting okay, sitting pretty. Almost stacked up on the Zagara, have 11 for Bile Drop, and we have a fight over the Siege Camp. Mei going in, trying to get a stun on anybody, but is not able to. Undead going a little deep, able to space properly for the Mosh, for the Power Slide. Tashaiv's being taken in by it, is able to maw the Dahaka and will walk away. A good snowball gets to the front line as Mei is walled off by the Tassadar. Aegis will come out as Mosh comes in, and there's no whip. There's no whip to save the Ariel. Tourbus comes in, and Kurama is staying alive as best they can, but Mei will go down and Kurama will go down as we have 2 heroes to defend the core against 4. Tychus just now up. Not the end of the world. Aura going to guarantee mid-keep, hopefully, as they push for core. Tashaiv's coming in as a good shockwave. Goes onto Rackham. A shove brings Hogger out of the fight, but Aura goes down to about 500 HP. A slide onto Tashaiv's as 2 Qs brings down the Zagara, and Stukov will fall as well to the Sylvanas. Tychus comes in trying to salvage what they can, but 1% has been taken away. The magic number is gone. It's at 68%. Kurama calling GG, and I don't think it is. Hopefully they're not mentally out of this game, but we're looking at, honestly, a completely playable game. You win the next fight, you win this. By all means. Like, you have a good fight coming in. You have any sort of Dragon Knight push. You're at 20 minutes. Your core still has health. This game is still active. Yeah, they have the better lane, right? They have the better keep down. They have bottom, you have top, but you still have a keep down. Death timers are what, a minute? If you get a good fight here in the tri-bush as ETC slides over the wall and we'll get mind controlled, maybe being stunned here as Hogger tries to disrupt the back line. ETC able to slide away and maybe slide out as Aura goes down to about 1,000 health. Tychus going to die to the snowball as a Hogger will die to the Tychus. A 1-for-1, but Kurama will go down and Aura will live at 300 HP. It looks like Mei is going to go down, and dead they are. Down they go. To Shives, I mean, if you want two people defending, it's probably these two. Maybe Mei Zagara, but you have possession to try and keep the minions away. You have good clear with the Zag and the Sylve, and it looks like they're just going to get DK, and if they get DK, yeah, it might be over. But ideally, they take long enough to where someone will have to take a while to walk, and it's still playable. I mean, you have to play absolutely perfect. Don't get me wrong here. You have to play perfect. It's still playable, and we are going in on this final push. Aura will try and clear some creep here with the Psystorm and the, not Thermal Lance, Shock Ray. DK full health going on the 68% core is going to get taken down a little bit as Maw goes in on the Tassadar. Core shielding is down. Core is at 40%, 30%. Looks like it's going to go down before Dragon Knight even hits 50%. A good shove pushes the Zagara away, and game one goes to CM Daybreak. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got a good game. That's what we got. We got a good game, good match, and I like where we're going to be. Looking here at the post-game, 118,000 on the Stukov and 66K on the Ariel. Stukov, I mean, the comps want to do different things, right? Stukov's going to have more healing because it's not as bursty. Even with like the Zag stuff, I don't think that the red side is bursty. 19-8 for the kills. We have more damage on Tassadar Tychus, but 3 damage threats, I should say, for the side of Disband now. And we are here looking at talents. Soak as well. I know we ended up at like 21-22, 22-22, but a good Soak lead for the Dahaka, and Tassadar actually out-soaking the Hogger there. Talents, I like these. Standard Q build Tassadar. I'm so glad you did not go that's the stuff. If you went that's the stuff, I can flame legally, I think. Please, if you take in the rhythm, do not take that's the stuff. You will never be able, not never, you shouldn't be able to proc that's the stuff because minigun will take too long and you will die before that. Or you will be blind for in the rhythm because they have a Mei and because Ariel can also take blinds. By the way, I don't care if you didn't go Snowball. This is great. I like the talents. Talents look good. I don't think No Control would have saved the game. I think Shockwave 20 was a great pick. We're looking at some good talents, some good plays, and some good stats. Looks like they're going to take a few minutes as a break, so we are going to crank the tunes, wait for map pick, and see what's the plan. Please take a drink of water, take a quick bio, as we get into map number 2. Draft coming in for Infernal Shrines. I did notice that I oopsied and flipped the teams for a second in between game 1 and 2. CM Daybreak is up 1-0. They are second seed over Disband now, who is third. Disband now picked map 1, which was Dragonshire. Disband now did lose map 1. CM Daybreak winning that, taking game 1. On the left, we do have CM Daybreak. On the right, we do have Disband now. It should look good. It should be fixed. It should be good. First pick was, well, I guess Disband now opted for opted for first pick because they have first ban, and CM Daybreak went for Infernal Shrines. And we have in our ban phase first a quick hogger, but healer choke with the Anduin Stukov, and a tank choke with the Tyrael Johanna. All great heroes on the map. Ooh, excuse me. Clearly, Disband now thought that there was, and don't get me wrong, there was something exceptional about that first pick Stukov last game by Arachem. They played great. They did a great job. And honestly, no complaints from me. Anubarak making it through the draft will get picked up first side. Rackham will grab that Deckard. So we look into Infernal Shrines. That's a good 1-2 combo. I do love Anub Deckard. Good value, good heroes, good job. I like it. We're looking good. And we have an early Lucio Tassadar. I like both sides right now. Lucio going to be good, going to be able to high-five this Deckard route. And if you're a gamer, the Anub combos. But Tassadar, able to clear Shrine very well. Sonya, able to clear Shrine very well. They do already have a Hogger. So unless you were worried about... I think... Was it Disband now that did the 4-man... I think that's right. There was a 4-man Oops All Bruisers. Maybe it was like Johanna, Hogger, Sonya, but there was a 4-man Bruiser last week. Pretty sure. All the games blend together. Who knows? I think that was Disband now. But they ended up winning that one, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously, CM Daybreak don't want to see it as they take Thrall Orphea. Another good pairing. Anub Deckard, Thrall Orphea. That's going to be a nice wombo they got. A Malthael, as Deckard probably won't be able to save whoever gets last righted. But ETC being the 5th pick, I like it. It's fine. This is still, by the way, a 4-man Hogger. Or 4-man Malthael. Regardless, a 4-man Bruiser coming out, and the counter pick from CM Daybreak to try and interrupt this comp is from Weenus. Drumroll, please. Cassia.
The wait is over.
I like it. Do I love it? Do I want some more of it? Ooh, ooh, I don't know. Hard to say. I like the comp from Disband now. I do. I think maybe Tassadar is a little immobile for Anub, Orphea, Thrall, Deckard, Cassia. But if Lucio's able to keep the Tassadar moving, I think it'll be a good game, and it should be a good fight. Infernal Shrines, I guess we can't. Sorry. It's Shrines. You're going to have to trust me. Which team would I rather be on? I think I would rather be on the Anub team. I mean, that's just like a couple of buttons, right? Press a few buttons, call it good, and move on. But on the blue side, on CM Daybreak, we have a Weenus on the Cassia, Death Punisher on the Anubarak, Aura on Orphea, MVP on Thrall, and coming out of Fountain now is Rackham on the Deckard. Coming in for the red side of Disband now, we have Cernoble on the ATC. We have Goku on the Malthael. We have Undead on the Hogger, which should be the 4-man. To Shives, we can see just right there, is going to be on the Tassadar, and Kurama on the Lucio. Going towards bot, maybe trying to get a little bit of fort damage is Disband Now. I don't hate this, but it looks like it might be getting sniffed out. Maybe they're just trying to lean towards it in case Daybreak sees them. Looking like everyone's just gonna wait and take waves and camps. Okay, we're going down here for camp. Got it. But level 1s, we have Sapphire on the deck group. We have On Point for the Orphea Thunderstroke on the Cassia, Nerubian Armor on the Anubarak, and Rolling Thunder on the Thrall. On a Pale Horse for the Malthael, Block Party for the Cow, Static Charge for the Tassadar, On the Prowl for the Hogger, and Accelerando on the Lucia. Real quick here, I think it's good to get, these camps early and get them going fast. But you're losing a little bit on mid. You're able to keep bottom done. I mean, I don't hate it by any means. I think as long as you get it done, but you got to make sure Tassadar stays safe as Noob goes in on the Tassadar wall, keeps the Noob on this side. On the dangerous side is both Hogger and Noob. Are you able to get out? Are you able to get out? Anub walks away. Hogger walks back in. Venus walks into the team as Anub tries to save and is not able to get it. 2-0 for the side of Disband Now as they go and get their siege camp. The Khazra on bottom are able to get about half of bottom turret. Sorry. And same thing happened mid, about half of bottom turret. Tower? I don't remember. Either way, we got force coming out. We have Die Alone on the Malthael, loudspeakers on the Cow, Hogger's Joggers for the, believe it or not, Hogger, Supersonic on the Lucio, and Electric Fence on the Tassadar. 4 is also coming out for the side of CM Daybreak. CM Daybreak ended up with a Ruby, Alagrissimo, Shed Exoskeleton, Mana Tide, and Cassia eventually deciding on not Shed Exoskeleton, Plate of the Whale. Camps getting taken, both sides just throwing them out, throwing them there. Thrall should be able to get away, especially being on this side of the taskbar wall, but a good Anubarak combo will guarantee it as Undead gets close, but will spin away with 15 HP. As we go into this middle shrine for Mortar Punisher, top wave is pushing in for both Khazra. Well, top wave is pushing in for blue side. Khazra are these camps, not the Summoner. Summoner camp is pushing into Disband Now's walls, as Sir Noble is maybe looking for something, but will decide to err on the side of caution and back out. Both teams pre-7, both teams looking at this. Malthael starting to clear the top wave. Undead getting a good stun onto the Thrall of MVP. ETC will go in and trying to get a little bit more as MVP gets low, gets stunned, and will go down. Goku looking to just walk back out as Undead will also try and kill this Anubarak with the help of Tassadar. Kurama looking to get the Orphea, but Orphea a little slippery and will also get away. 20 to 22, 23. I don't think that CM Daybreak can walk back into the shrine. They're going to have to eat the Punisher. It looks like they're just going to soak. 7s are coming out with those kills for Disband Now. Orphea trying to stall as long as they can. And we'll grab a couple more. We'll grab one more as it is 40 to 21. MVP might be in a little bit of trouble here, is trying to get away, but Kurama will attempt to prevent that, especially with the boombox. Pick at 7. We have Undead pushing what they can with the Punisher, but looking at 7s, we have Cold Hand, we have Echo Pedal, we have Psionic Echo, Garbage Fire, and Boombox. On the other side, we have Cube Mastery, Mind Devourer, Grounding Rod, Chitinous Plating, and Elemental Assault. A little sketchy not having the Emerald here, maybe getting rid of Sapphire for the Emerald, but Deep Punisher, regardless, will go in, and not caring what I say about anything. They won't let me talk even for a second, chat. Constant stuff to do. Constant action. As we try to get any sort of commentary going, we have to go back to play-by-play as both of the siege camps are being taken. Tanks looking at all. Boombox, a good ward for the Lucio, as it is 8-8, and it is 2 minutes away from the next Punisher. Speaking of Punishers, Death Punisher will try to eat out as both teams are getting one hero, maybe? Venus will go down. Undead is able to spin away from the Anubarak, and it is 1-0 for the side of Disband now. Bottom wave being pushed, mid wave being pushed. Goku looking to get away. Don't know if they'll be able to, but gets rooted by the Thrall and will be taken down. In return, Disband now is able to grab the bottom camp, while CM Daybreak will clean up the camp that was already mid. We're getting bot wall here. We don't know if we're going to get bot fort. I don't think we do. But it is a noble effort, a Sir Noble effort, who is not here, is somewhere. Oh, right there, cow. 10's coming out. We have Mosh Pit, we have Black Hole, we have Hortipult, we have High Five. And listen, I don't know what else you need at 4 and 7, sorry, but I do think you could go Tormented Souls. MVP trying to defend the Summoner camp is not going to be able to. As I don't know if they're waiting for. What are you waiting for? Tormented Souls. Okay. 10s are going to come out. I realized we didn't go over 7s, but we have Stay While and Listen, Valkyrie, Crushing Jaws, and I'm trying to find the teams here. Crushing Jaws. We can go over 7s. Cube Mastery, Mind Devourer, we did. Grounding Rod, Chitinous Plating, and Elemental Assault. Sundering, and Cocoon. There we go. 10s for both teams, as we're looking at a Hortipult out safely. That's correct. Doing this down here is illegal. Slide onto the Orphea as the cow gets wrapped. High fives for everyone as we have a Valkyrie pulling into the team fight. A Sundering comes out. His MVP is about half health. Aura's even lower. And Venus is looking to get as many stacks as they can before they go down. A 1-0 again for the side of Disband now, as CM Daybreak is going to be 4-5 on this Frozen Shrine. This is one of the ones you definitely want, not one of the ones you want to give up, as we get some bot push going and some counter pushing in top and mid. Bot fort will go down here. It will go down before Punisher is ready to go. Undead not able to quite get the spin going, but that's fine. Punisher trying to save what they can, maybe get this cow, but a high five stops the rest of the noob combo going through, and a great high five on Chishives with a Mosh coming in and a big stun from the Frozen Punisher with a great follow-up as you have two going down, Orphea and Deckard, with a noob limping away at half health. Hey, John Cena helps. He helps sometimes, I promise. Not all the time, but sometimes. So, we've got 3 people left to defend, but Thrall is trading fort for, fort. Keep wall at least. Hopefully not keep, but it is frozen, you never know. I believe jumps up now after this. Yep. Jumps up. Valkyrie gets nothing, but a Wrap will stall the Hogger for now. A great 4-man sleep as Rackham goes down to about 200 HP. Is down to 85 now as trying to self-cast Pot with a high five onto the Hogger will not get them out, but an Anubarak goes down and a Cassia goes down as Kurama is tanking core. John Cena, I don't know why we call him John Cena, I know multiple people that do, trying to turn off this keep and will jump onto the Thrall, and Thrall will go down. Aura doing what they can as keep goes down, and you lose 3, probably 4, over the whole course of this. What was it, 5? I think everyone's died at least once this fight. Maybe Orphea lived, but I mean, he lost keep. No core damage went out, so it's not a big deal, but walking away is the side of Disband now with their 13s. Black Hole to make sure they do get away. Undead maybe looking for anything. Nope, just looking to peel and then looking to walk away. It could have been a fight, but Perma's out of mana, and Sir Noble's out of mana. I don't hate this walk away call. 13s for both teams. We have Inevitable End, we have Encore, we have Shadow Walk, Pummel, and Heavy Casters. Super Healing Pot, Determination, War Traveler, Urticating Spines, and Grace of Air. A wrap onto the cow as Hogger gets pulled in by the Valkyrie. Is able to be stopped by the Shrine Totem. As a good sleep comes out, Venus pulled back into the mosh as we have Venus going down. The Cassia is dead, the Thrall is dead, and the Orphea is dead. No damage and no offlaner to defend this. Healer and tank only. A decent wave coming in. 2 katas. 2 waves of range creeps. Is you have a Hogger, you have a cow, you have a Malthael. I don't see how this core doesn't go down here. But a valiant defense is Cassie's up in 3 seconds. Goku going to about half HP as core shielding is down now. Chernobyl getting something out. Any ults to come up as... No, none. Malthael goes down. Core is about 60% HP, is undead. And Lucio are rooted. Hogger doing what they can. Core 50% now as Tashive is getting whatever damage they can. And we're at about 43%. Not about. We're at 43% core HP as they lose mid-fort. Nope. Mid-fort will stay alive. Core will be 40%, and we have, I don't know, a little bit of a pushback. 16s during that fight came out for the side of Disband. Now, up the frequency, we have Headbanger, Thermal Lance, Imposing Presence, and whatever 16 Malthael picks. Mid-fort is going to be traded out for the 60% core damage. Get what you can, when you can, how you can. Absolutely, I like this. But for the other side, we have Safety in Numbers, we have Epic Enter, we have Epicenter coming in. Tempest Fury as a fight goes down, a Nubarak combo into a Hogger Hortipole into a stun. A Great Sleep will get MVP out as Hogger goes down. Right now it's 1 for 1. Venus getting caught by the edge of the black hole, not the whole thing, but a good cow slide and a good boop will get Venus low, but not out. Walking away from the healer and trying to divert any pathing, and everyone will walk away from this. Well, 8 of them will walk away from this unscathed. Anubarak and Hogger go down. This is not an issue for either team. Well, it's an issue for CM Daybreak to go back in on this. Having Thrall to check the bush, but Sir Noble throws a Q out, isn't able to get it. High Five goes out on the cow, but a good Orphea W will, or E, sorry, good Orphea E will do some damage as Sir Noble goes in for a 3-man mosh, and down goes 1, down goes 2. Rackham able to kind of walk away from that. Sir Noble walking away with, I think, about 200 HP. But Shrine is going to go to Disband now. Both teams are 17. We have, remember, Punisher no longer jumps gates. So they're going to want to try and bust this down so Punisher jumps onto the gate instead and use whatever it has to take down, this front wall. But Punisher tends to stall out a little bit when this happens. And I don't know if I like the change. I think it's a change. It's one of the changes of all time. But we have gate going down, wall going down, and a good jump onto the Anubarak as the Hortipole goes in. Rackham in deep in the wrong side of their tank, the wrong side of the taskbar wall. Orpheol goes in, gets 3 with Valkyrie coming in, kills Tashive, kills the cow, and we have 2 going down. Both teams able to walk away, and I mean, a great defense. An absolute wonderful defense by Daybreak as they're able to keep their keep. A big wave bottom. Someone's got to catch that. Thrall's already on it. Great job, MVP. And yeah, absolutely. They go for the other side's Cosmic Camp. The other side's Siege Camp. And we have probably, I would maybe go the neutral camp next just to make sure. But yep, take this Bruiser while you can. You know their bot side. They're just going to try and push down this bot fort. Get a little bit of the wave pressure off, getting a catapult, I believe, every 3 waves instead of every 1, which the keep going down gives you. But, yeah, eventually they're going to take these siege camps and try to even out a little bit of pressure, not all the way. But, respawns are through. We have 19 on both teams. Taken the lead for maybe the first time this game. The first time in the past 10 era is Daybreak. Top fort looking to be sieged here. Anubarak tries to go in, is going to be able to grab the Tassadar, but a good pull from the Valkyrie gets the Malthael. A Hogger Hortipole in is able to stun Aura. Black hole for disengage, and both teams walk away. Push, gonna be pretty good. Eventually this wave will go down. I think maybe 1 Khazra is left here. A summoner camp coming through, Bruiser getting taken. Lucio knows that it's gonna happen with that 7 pick of Boombox. To Shives, able to clear bot wave. Weenus and MVP are looking to clear top wave and get a good top push going. The side of CM Daybreak hitting 20s. They are not able to lose a fight. If they lose a fight right now, their game is over. And it'll be 1-1. We'll have a best of 3. But 20s are coming through. They're not able to get a pre-20 fight either. Respect the elderly. Eldritch Conduit. Imprisoning Light, Rewind, and Wind Rush. We have the blink on the Thrall. In response, we have Death Metal coming in on the Cow. Watch for that. Force Barrier on the Tassadar. There we go. Summer Anthem on the Lucio. Anger Management on the Hogger. And Reaper of Souls on the Malthael. So far, we're looking at a good fight here. Tashive's maybe a little too far forward, but Deep Punisher is not able to capitalize on that. As we look out here for any sort of engage, we have CM Daybreak walking into Disband now, who have already started the Shrine Camp. Frozen Punishers, we see the blue this time. A good route onto the Cow as there's an Anub stun and a Cassia pull, and pulled into the team as a Death Mosh comes in. Anubarak, 10% HP, MVP, with trying to do anything. It's just kind of a cluster of a fight. Reaper of Souls putting in work here as Goku is able to take down the Orphea and the Thrall. 3 people down for both sides as it's healer and, well, one of the damage. This time it's just Malthael. Popping Unstoppable to try and get maybe through the Dorito. Didn't need to. And a pause coming in from Sir Noble. What a fight. That was a great fight. Early engage on the Cow. A good engage there as he got pulled in. But Death Mosh value, obviously. Death Mosh was able to get both Orphea and Anubarak. Thrall kind of went down. We have a lag spike going. Needed a pause on the side of Disband now. Maybe just even to take a breath. Some techs are tax. Don't forget that. All right. Anything good going on? What do we got? We have... Right, Reaper of Souls got some value there. Death Metal definitely got some value there. But we look at the stats here. 21 kills to 13. Some good healing numbers coming out from Kurama. Also helping is that Unstoppable. I believe Kurama lived because of that Unstoppable. I don't know if anyone caught that. I wasn't able to. There were too many things going on. I got distracted. But Kurama able to live because of the 20, the Summer Anthem. But good damage coming out here. basically even in soak. There are obviously more people at a higher soak value. 3, 2, 1, go, as Orphea is top damage in the lobby, followed by Malthael, Tassadar, and Hogger, with Cassia not far behind. But we have 7 to 17 in the bottom right here for these 4 players. 22 we're looking at for Disband now, as Kurama is pushed a little bit away. Goku is able to kind of stay in a little bit, especially with the boombox there. If he stays within that ring, he'll get whatever amp it up that Lucio has. And a pull has already been used from Venus. Cassia, no Valkyrie, and they have to walk away. They're 32. It's going to be a push top with a Frozen Punisher. Looks like everyone's going to be up for the push and defense, though. They're not going to 39 it. No reason to. Tassadar maybe wants to clear this wave, but will decide it's better to push. If you have... I'm not going to say anyone go down, but if... How many stacks does Cassia have? 88. I mean, if Cassia goes down, it's probably fine. You don't need her necessarily to try and defend this, but if both damage go down, no matter which one's up, if one of them go down, it's probably fine, but if both of them go down, you lose. So try and keep your DPS alive here, because we have to fight for your life. Frozen Punisher jumps out, a follow-up onto the Anubarak. As Mosh goes out, a big silence comes out as the unkillable Lucio goes through. Goku wreaking havoc in the backline, Rakan doing what they can to stay alive. Punisher still looking at heat as Rakan makes it back to the Hall of Storms. Unstoppable on the Malthael with the high five from Lucio to make sure that he gets out. Punisher at about 10% HP with heat at 20. Jump comes in onto the Anubarak as Hogger's rooted in place and not quite able to get a stun. All that happens is Keep goes down, Venus goes in, hoping to get anything. Sir Noble going down to 1500 and will go down. A Death Mosh comes out to prevent any further interaction. And for the cost of a Keep, CM Daybreak is able to take down the ETC.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Oh. Kata's on core. MVP is able to clean them up a little bit as we have teams going for whatever camps they can scrounge. If CM Daybreak are able to get one of these keeps, it doesn't matter which one, next fight wins, right? If they're able to get top keep here, next fight wins. I fear even losing one hero on either side. But CM Daybreak have to win 2, and Disband now has to win 1. So I'm liking where Disband now is at. Obviously, they've got, 40% to go on the core and 2 keeps down, with all of their keeps up and core at 100%. But you can't get complacent, you can't get cocky, and you certainly cannot get any sort of... what do I want to say? You can't mess this up, is basically what I'm trying to say. You're sitting pretty, but you can't mess this up. Good call from Daybreak to just give this camp. It's not worth it. Taking this camp is not worth your game. If it's not a fight you want, it's not a fight you want to take. So, Disband now is able to kind of have their run of the map. We, again, look at talents here for both teams, but CM Daybreak, they have to make sure they win. If they fully wipe, it should be game. But they have to win 2 partial fights, at least. And both teams know this, I think. Checking bushes, making sure that they're not too far up. Can never be too careful. But we have, I don't know, some waves pushing. It's hard to say. I mean, you just wait, right? It's going to come up here. We have a Mortar Punisher. Mortar Punisher coming in mid as both teams try and get whatever they can. Kind of dangerous. Yep, they know this. Dangerous to go when you don't have them on vision. I do believe that they showed on wave here on the shrine. But you don't know where they are, and they could be kill bushing you. This could be bad as mid wave looks to get cleared. Venus going up is hoping to check the wrong bush as a Goku goes in. Venus on the other side of the task wall. A good interrupt onto the Cow Mosh, and it's all over. Oh, no, the Death Mosh is able to get 4. Venus might go down here, is able to go down. Goku. Oh, no. It all went wrong. It all went horribly wrong. The fight that Disband now went to engage for didn't go their way. Even with the 4-man Death Mosh, the only person that was up was Malthael. So this is the partial win, right? I don't know if this is the end. I don't think this is the end angle. You got a lot of core to chew through, but you do have a decent amount of push. They're obviously not forcing the end here with Thrall onto the Shrine, but they're going to get the keep that can help them win the game. Kurama just biding their time, making sure not to die. If they stagger now, it's all over. So genuinely, if a stagger happens, it's over. They're going to try and get some core damage, but Lucio will try to dissuade them. Making sure that minions are gone, making sure that Anubrak takes some extra damage, going to about 60% HP before being bailed out. Aura a little bit lower than that, but we have a good respawn timer coming in for everyone. Blue side core with 3 Katas on core, you have to worry, and they're trying to stop the ports here, trying to stop the backs. Rackham able to get the Hogger for the sleep, as Punisher is trying to keep them alive. A good interrupt on the Mosh will... Oh, great high five from Kurama. Keeps this going. Mosh is down. High five is down on the cow for now. We don't have sleep. We don't have crushing jaws. A great unstoppable from Goku, making sure that they don't get stunned by the Punisher. As there's no shielding on core, it's 20%, 16%, 15%, 1, gone. Core goes down, Punisher goes through. They didn't even have to win 2 partial fights. They won 1 fight that they didn't want to take, took it anyways, did a great job. I mean, unfortunate for Disband now. No shame in that fight. That looked good. It just didn't end up going your way. A great game from both teams is CM Daybreak goes up 2-0, winning this Infernal Shrines pick. So we look at stats, we look at talents, 23 kills for Disband now. We have 18 for CM Daybreak. 122,000 healing on the Lucio, looks good, looks great. 97k, no shame in that Deckard healing. Orphea pumping out the damage, pumping out what they can. Aura able to do a decent amount of damage. Malthael, that Reaper of Souls in Tormented Souls, really doing a lot for them. We're looking at talents here. Sapphire, Ruby, Cube Mastery. Yeah, you pick 2 of the gems, absolutely. I probably would have swapped Sapphire and Cube Mastery for Spell Power and Emerald. Otherwise, looks great. I like safety in numbers. I also like the trait auto, the active, there we go, on trait, the auto attack buff. Eldritch Conduit, especially with Orphea and Cassia. Eldritch Conduit looks good. Respect the Elderly looks good. Static Electricity, War Traveler, Imprisoning Light. I'm always a War Traveler fan. Do you need to go for Protect Unfend? No, I don't think so. But it could have been useful. Death Metal did a great job this game. Force Barrier did a great job this game. Summer Anthem saved a few. Unfortunately, just didn't work out the way that Disband now wanted it to work out. They lose Infernal Shrines, and we have a 2-0 lead for CM Daybreak. 1 game away as we move into game number 3, which we will know once we come back from this ad break.
mute, stop it.
All right. Music provided by Violet Daybed, great friends of mine, great band, one of my favorites, and they let me play it without DMCA striking me. Check them out. Violet Daybed, great band, my homeboys. But enough of that. We are going back to the lobby screen. We had a Volskaya pick from CM Daybreak, as Disband now opted for first pick. Punisher back in the lobby. Don't know what happened there, but thank you for sticking out through the ad break. We run those to make sure that we don't get them, or no one gets them, during the intense HOTS action, as we have pre-rolls and Twitch forces channels to run ads no matter what. I can do my best to snooze, but pre-rolls do come at some point for all of us. But we're back in Volskaya. We're back ready to go as we get rolling. Disband now down 0-2 to CM Daybreak. They have to run it back and get a... I won't say it. But CM Daybreak needs to win one more. That's it. And they move on to the finals of Division C. Coming out, Deckard. Good band. Great band. Disband now opted for first pick. So we have Volskaya picked by CM Daybreak. I mean, we're looking good. CM Daybreak getting whatever maps they want. Volskaya is what they opted for. Tyrael, okay. We have a Deckard and a Tyrael banned. Tyrael's been banned all 3 games so far. Deckard and Noob. We remember why it got banned game 1. I think maybe it was like a Noob Johanna, but it definitely... a Noob did go down, and I can see why. It was a good Noob game. Again, thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate it. We appreciate having these guys get casted. And we, of course, appreciate all of you for watching or listening. Even you rewatching this VOD. Maybe scouting later. Johanna getting taken off the board by CM Daybreak. Stukov, slam down for Kurama. Sure, if you don't want them to play it, but you don't have the ban slot, you better be able to play it and pick it. Anduin in kind responded by Rackham. And CM Daybreak will take their second pick as a... Don't hold your breath. Zagara. Okay. Orion Zagara. I like Zag. It's Volskaya. You get Vision. Vision's good. I think Zag will chew through Protector. ETC Maiev. Tashiv's Maiev, I remember, is pretty good. I remember going, damn, how did we let Maiev through? And it's just because there are that many threats for Disband now to have. Maybe they're able to play this. I like whether they go Cage or they go Disc. I believe, what is it, Disc of Imprisonment. I think maybe Cage might be a little bit better. You have Mosh, Cage, and, Stukov Puddle. Malthael Band. I like the Malthael Band. That did a lot. I like the Tychus Band. What are you planning? This? Okay. See these 3 bands here? This shouts Cho'Gall. I know Cow's here, but it also... I see maybe a Deathwing angle here. You have Tychus Band. No, their Tychus was good. Don't get me wrong. This also is just... We played them earlier in the series, and these are what we want to ban. But Malthael's gone. Anubarak's gone. Tychus is gone. If there ever was a time to bust out Cho'Gall, it would be now. I know you have Cow. You could Cow off lane. Just stage dive. Please play Cho'Gall. It would be so funny. Li Ming and Mei coming out for CM Daybreak. Good picks. Mei should be able to keep the Zag pretty safe. Li Ming. Anubarak's gone, so, no worries about trying to hit around the Beatles. We have a Greymane and a Blaze, which means no Cho'Gall, no Deathwing, and a great off lane and a great damage for the side of Disband now. I like where we're sitting. I don't think anyone really needs a cleanse here. Maybe Cow, but you could cleanse the Mei W. You're not going to cleanse Ma. Li Ming, listen, if you can cleanse the push, then you're the GOAT. But Imperious, you might want to cleanse Imperious a little bit. You're able to get an E down, silence the Imperious, and stop the Q. But for now, we're looking at a good Volskaya game. I think sans the Maiev. I think you could throw... Right, here's where we're at for Burden of Execution, right? What's the easiest comp to play? And what's the game plan, right? We have Anduin, Zag, Li Ming, Mei, and Imperious for CM Daybreak. And Blaze, Stukov, Maiev, Greymane, ETC for Disband now. I think Circles is a very easy comp to play. Maybe not easy, straightforward. So the Circles of Disband now, where they just have to layer their ultimates and use Bunker to save themselves. I think the onus of execution is on the team that's harder to play, which just might be CM Daybreak. But as we talk about their comps and talk about who's playing them, we have Weenus on Li Ming, we have Death Punisher on Mei, we have MVP playing the Imperious, Aura on the Zagara, and Arachem with the swords out. Suns out, swords out for Anduin. The side of Disband now, we have Undead on the Greymane, we have Kurama on the Stukov, Goku, Gokwe, GoQE on the Blaze, Sir Noble on the ETC, and Tashives on the Maiev. We have Adrenaline Stimpack, Low Blow, Pursuit of Vengeance, Wolfheart, and Guitar Hero with Power Word Shield, Corpse Feeders, Force Armor, Heavy Pack, and hopefully Q1 for the Imp. But we're looking at maybe a level 1 fight as both teams are around mid. A good pull into the stun and a big combo as Anduin has to pull the Zag out of there. See, it's... Even if your Maiev sucked, which I don't think Tashives sucks. I think Tashives is a great Maiev. that comp is relatively easy to execute. Hit somebody with CC. Everybody else hit that person with their CC or damage. Gun goes down, picked up by Undead. Disband now 1 gun to none for the moment, as we have Aura and Rackham grabbing their gun. Weenus blinking out for safety, as Undead will go Worgen. Aura grabbing the gun for themselves. On the Zagara. Waves being grabbed, waves being pushed. Bot wave looking like it needs some attention and loving, as we have a check for both teams onto the heal camp. 4 is coming up very soon here, as mid wave is being grabbed, but bot wave is being pushed in. Ideally dropping bot wave to try and get the heal camp. Tashive's able to pick it up, as it's a 5v4 that the side of CM Daybreak does not want to take. They're getting a little bit of bot push for that. Maybe the waves might stack up, but Imp doing what they can. They did go Consuming Flame at 1, so we have at 4 Battle Hunger. Tashive's looking to clean this wave back up. Triumvirate. Serrated Spines and Piercing Light. So we're looking at maybe an Orb build Ming. That's the Orb reset. For the other side, as we wait for May, we have Incinerator Gauntlets, Vigorous Reuptake, Sudden Vengeance, Eyes in the Dark, and Loud Speakers. I don't know Maiev builds. I think Maiev is the hero to watch in this game. If Maiev does some nasty stuff, this series still goes. If Maiev is not able to do what Maiev needs to do, this series will end. May, yet to pick a 4, will eventually decide on something, hopefully before this fight. A good root push. We have Cold Front coming in from the May, as maybe there's a push in here, but it looks like both teams are just wanting to get rid of the siege camp. Mostly able to. The side of CM Daybreak will take down Disband Now's sieges, as Punisher looks to get any sort of anything and will be pulled back into the Stukov puddle, but needs to get pulled out by the Anduin. Lays down a Blizzard for escape and will walk away with 800 HP. Being started is the objective for CM Daybreak. MVP waiting on point. Looks like how this will go down is that the side of CM Daybreak will get what they can out of this before 7. 7s roll around, and Daybreak runs out of there before Disband Now can get a fight. 7s come back up, turret gets taken, and Punisher is able to slide behind the wall. Turret gets taken, and you're up 2 turrets on an even talent tier, and that's how it goes. 7's coming out. We have Growing Infestation, Ruthless Spirit, Wizened Duelist, Hammer On, and Suppressive Fire with Desperate Prayer, Bile Drop, Zay's Vengeance, Skating Away, and Holy Fervor. Turret being taken as the May is trying to scout it out. A good Stukov puddle as Tashives and Goku try to fight for who gets what thing. MVP missing the Q as Tashives jumps it. A root coming out stops the Blaze push, and MVP looking maybe for another thing as Punisher gets pulled on the May. MVP looking to get a good Q in on the Blaze as May is able to go down. MVP is looking dead on the Imperious. Greymane goes down. Li Ming at about 100 HP, 150 health, goes up to 300 with the Anduin. Still overtime for the side of CM Daybreak, as it will get swapped over to Disband Now. 2 for 2. I mean, you got some Zagara scaling. You got most of the point. You have Tashives pulling back Aura on the Zagara. And a good fight coming in here as we have Imperious missing the Q, ETC able to walk away from the Blizzard as Kurama is fighting for their life, eventually goes down to MVP, being traded back by the Greymane. 1 for 1. No healer on the side of Disband now. They're not looking super healthy, and the more Li Ming orbs that go through, the better it is for CM Daybreak. Tashai's able to walk away after a 2-man pull, but after overtime goes through and Sir Noble has 300 health and Undead has 85, 90, oh, barely walking away are both the cow and the dog. Basing before Protector really does a lot of damage here. But 10's coming up soon. Objective taken. Tashai maybe wants to push past this and get a little sneaky on the back line here. Protector pushing by itself as we have 10's coming up soon. Tashai's and Undead doing what they can to deal damage to the Protector as it gets most of top wall and all of the mid wall. A good slide on the Mei with the Stukov layering underneath will force the Anduin pull out as Maw comes out to get the Maya. Maya able to flip up to make sure that they don't get pushed back into the Mei Blizzard, and 10's come out. We have Light Bomb for the Anduin, Maw, which we saw for the Zagara, Disintegrate for the Li Ming, Ice Wall for the Mei, Wrath of the Anguirus for the Imperius. On the side of Disband now, we have Bunker Drop, Flailing Swipe, Warden's Cage, Go for the Throat, and Mosh Pit. I like this. This is what I thought it would be. You're able to swipe them into any side of the cage and they go into Mosh Pit. Now, you're banking it all on Mosh Pit and Warden's Cage. However, you're already banking it all on your CC from Sir Noble. I like it. It's looking good. The Stukov Silence is able to cancel out this Imperius Q, and everyone walks away no worse for wear. Maybe a little down on mana for the healers, but who cares about that? None of them are playing white main. No one checks for the mana of the healers. MVP going fishing with another Q. Sir Noble looking for a slide is able to get the Imperius, but nothing will come of it. It's just fishing. Oh. Midwave being taken by both teams eventually. No, just one. CM Daybreak will get mid as Disband now is going for the heal camp. Sorry, did I say that backwards? Disband now getting the heal camp. CM Daybreak opting for their siege camp. Bot wave looking pretty even. That wave's going to be, I think it'll push because these creeps back here were already spread out. I think it'll push towards blue side. A big push, though, in the top wave for CM Daybreak as we have a 4-man defense from Disband now. Cut off is the Blaze, as maybe we're trying to get a flank here or looking for an exit kill as they walk away. We'll see if anyone falls for it. We're looking at pushed away from any of the Li Ming stuff is Sir Noble and the Greymane. A Ice Wall into Light Bomb will get Greymane dead. 2-man Maw will make sure that Greymane doesn't get saved, and it's a 1-for-0 for the side of CM Daybreak. Looking at 13s come through. We have It Hungers, Collision Course, Shadow Armor, Running Wild, and Encore. Hoping for a Worgen build is the Greymane. Glass Cannon for the Li Ming, Hydralisp Transfusion for the Zagara. Enchant Boots, Lion Speed, so when pull is up, the Anduin will get more move speed. Cooling Servos on the Mei, and Pathetic Mortals on the Imperius for 13. Encore for the Cow. Looking for maybe an engage here. A little bit of poke from the Li Ming gets ETC down to about 60% HP. Undead to about the same as a good stun from Blaze. Gets Aura out of there after an Anduin pull. Undead at 1000 HP. And Stukov stuck in this Ice Wall. A good Mosh will make sure that Stukov walks away. Bunker to make sure that everyone gets out. And Goku looking to also walk away from this. We see Imperius sneaking on the bottom side of the screen here, as we're looking at maybe a Q from Imp. Slide already down for ETC, but Book is through. Cow goes down, and it is immediately a 4v5 for the side of CM Daybreak. MVP going down to about half HP on this Imperius, brought back up after the Desperate Prayer. A two-man Q as Maw takes down both of them, but the Puddle is not able to do enough with the Warden's Cage. A five-man silence will not be enough as Kurama has to walk away from this top fort. MVP looking for a good Q here. Kurama trying to dodge it, trying to do anything to prevent the taunt. Oh, yeah. No, don't worry about that. Protector. Anyways, Protector for the side of CM Daybreak is pushing down. No gunner in it yet. There we go. Opposite of last time, they had the Zag and the Anduin in it as they try to get this top wall. Imperius grabbing bottom wave. Hoping to defend top keep is Disband now. There we go. A lot of damage coming through from Tashives as keep gets to about 60%. And we move forward with our game. A little bit of noodle fighting here mid. Not to say that neither of these heroes can't kill anybody, but Goku walks away, MVP finishes the wave, and meets back up with the Protector. Protector probably not looking to get much more than whatever chip damage they can get on this mid fort. But wave being cleared, camps being probably prepped, and Rackham on the wrong side of the belts here. Looks like it's going to be a fight over this gun camp. It's Greymane showing top. You can see it there. Greymane showing top, so it's going to be hard as MVP misses on the Wrath of Anguirus. 16s have come through. We'll look at talents again. Double pull, Corrosive Saliva, Arcane Orbit, Black Ice, and Celestial Swiftness. Having 16s right now means you can do whatever you want. Not that this was illegal, they were showing bottom, so Disband now is able to get what they can out of this. Trying to respond to keep wall with fort wall. They do have to base, so Noble is basing, Tashives is basing, and once you guys see that these guys are basing, you can leave. It is totally okay for you to go away. As 16s have come out, talents have equalized, talent tiers have equalized. We have Juggernaut Plating on the Blaze, we have Super Strain on the Stukov, Vengeful Knives on the Maiev, Alpha Killer on the Greymane, and Showstopper on the ETC. Looks like it's going to be a fight over the gun camp of CM Daybreak, the blue side. Tashives looking to try and take this down quickly with Kurama. Big damage coming in from Venus over the edge as a Mosh will get just the Imperius, but a mistimed Wrath of the Anguirus. Mosh will still be up as we go through, and as long as Kurama gets out of this mob, will be stunned by the Blizzard. Imperius trying to walk away, gets pulled. The May also suffering a similar fate to Shives at 100 HP, eventually taken down as Kurama eats the very edge of a Li Ming W, and well, I mean, I don't even know what to say. 2 for 3 for the side of CM Daybreak. Good damage. No one touched the Li Ming. Li Ming was just sending orbs from up here. But that's how that comp is supposed to work, right? Find a circle, put him in it. Apparently, the next step is don't get mauled. Stukov Silence really would have made sure that that swung in the favor of Disband now. Not Pepegas on ice. That's Thursday. I think. I casted that game. I don't remember if they won or lost. Regardless, Butcher's Meat Market and the other team play on, it's Magnitude Fault Shift. Pepegas on ice did lose. Fault Shift, they play Thursday, but that's Thursday. That's not right now. So, we have a great fight, honestly, from blue side, from Daybreak here, as they're maybe looking for another one, or a little too far forward on the Zagara, needing to get pulled out by the Anduin, but Blaze is there with a stun on the Jet Propulsion, as a Mei W and a Light Bomb take down the Greymane. Mosh Pit will do what it can, as Tashives comes in for the Warden Cage, and we're looking for a Kurama E. But Arathi and Gurus will grab the ETC as they both come down, and Maiev goes down to the W's of Li Ming. Sir Noble not able to walk away quite yet. Death Punisher able to walk away with about 90 HP after the Kurama Silence Puddle. The slows might be enough to get Stukov away, and they will be. I think Kurama's just a little too slow. Yep. Triple tapped by the Li Ming, not the ability, just the Qs. No Nova in the game to speak of. Mei getting time on point as Li Ming. Venus is throwing orbs where they can. Looking to get bot keep is Daybreak, as we have a bottom protector. Protectors, it's 1730. Not a bad time, but definitely defendable. If Greymane is able to stay alive and kill this protector, it'll be fine. If Greymane goes down, Tashives has to throw a lot of knives to make sure that this protector goes down. It's beefy, it's healthy, and we'll get 20s as we wait for Protector to push. Censure, stun on the Anduin E. Pack Instinct, more damage for Zagara and Creeps. Talrash's Elements, the more unique spells, the better. Shatter, whoever comes out will have Armor Shred of the Ice Wall. And Unrelenting Descent, Health and Mana Regen, there we go. Health and Mana Regen for Imperius as Wrathfingers finishes. As we have 20s coming out from both sides. Burn Notice, Top Off, Shadow Orb Vengeance, Unleash, and Power of the Horde. We have a push through the Protector here. A great defense as your bot keep is down. No damage is being taken yet. And as long as you don't die to the retreating Li Ming and the W's, you will be fine. But Tashive looking for a good pull onto the Li Ming. Interrupted is the Blaze on the follow-up stun. Undead, hopefully not using Go for the Throat yet. Nope. As we see Protector doing what it can to tank, but it's only a gun. And there's only so much shielding it can do. With the level 20 Protector, the 18-minute Protector, CM Daybreak is able to get nothing out of it. Thankfully, for Disband now. Oh no, Goku gets stuck in the ice wall. That's not thankfully. Thankfully, they were able to defend. Goku drops Bunker to make sure that they don't immediately go down. Tashives goes in on the Protector. As Bunker goes down, Kurama's a little far away from Tashives. Tashive may be looking for a cage, but it looks like everyone's willing to walk away from this. Goku able to clear the top wave as Disband now is trying to get their siege camp. Losing their gun for this, that's fine. You want to get that camp out of the way, mostly so they don't take it. You don't necessarily want this fight right now. It's a small corridor. Li Ming's throwing W's from it. And we have a good fight going. Looking for the heal camp on the side of CM Daybreak. Sir Noble trying to make sure that they don't get it for free, but they might just be giving it. Blaze is not here. Gun goes down to secure the camp. Kurama throws down a silence, and walking away with the heal is MVP on the Imperius. Talents one more time before we get into our last 20 fight. We have Burn Notice, Top Off, Shadow Orb Vengeance, Unleashed, and Power of the Horde. For the blue side on CM Daybreak, we have Censure, we have Pack Instinct, Talrash's Element, Shatter, and Unrelenting Descent. Glass Cannon getting some extra damage done. Wrathfingers onto the ETC. ETC goes down behind the fort, doing what they can, trying to stay alive with the shield, but will eventually go down. Tank down for 60 seconds on the side of Disband now. Not the end of the world, but we do have katas on core. We have 2 katas. They won't be able to crack shielding, pretty sure. And we have Maiev basing and everyone else making it back in time. Top keep probably will go down for this. But, again, not the end of the world. Your core still has health. That's okay. Cow's up in 40. You'll be able to defend this as long as Greymane doesn't die. As long as you don't lose anyone else, you'll be okay. You'll lose top keep, and that's fine. But you are in this game. You get one good fight, and you get mid-fort, and you win the objective, and you win the game. It's a 22. It's going to be what, a 23-minute Punisher by the time it's all done. But you have to get mid down first. You're not able to get mid down. I don't think you win with just Protector. It's going to be too much to go through both. Gun camp being taken by CM Daybreak as they prep for this objective. Hopefully you don't coin flip your game over a gun camp. Gun camps are strong, but it's not worth coin flipping the game over. It's up now. No one wants it. They're trying to clear these katas out of here as eventually, CM Daybreak will make their way into the gun camp of Disband now. On my way pings coming in from the northeast, looking like they wanted to look at it but weren't quite able to. Sir Noble, hoping for the best, trying to walk forward. Undead, hoping to follow. We have a W build Li Ming, throwing out orbs, trying to get some poke. Aura, looking to get some damage in on the Zagara. A dive in. So much just happened in like 1 second. Maiev threw down Warden Cage, wasn't able to get anyone other than Zag. Greymane goes down for the trade. Deshive will eventually go down as ETC dies as well. 3 for 1. I think you can ignore this. I think you can just walk to core. It is safer. It is much, 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 much safer to get this Protector. But I don't think Greymane will be able to be back up in time and deal enough damage to this Protector before it gets onto core. This might be GG, but we're looking at Blaze. Looking for Blaze to... Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, gang. But we have core going down. Shielding is down. Protector walking in, dealing the damage it needs. Blaze goes down. And we have game 3 for CM Daybreak. A quick sweep, honestly. A sweep for a sweep for Disband now. A getting swept for Disband now. A sweep for CM Daybreak as they get their third map win. 3 of 3. They win 3-0. Some stuff coming in. Li Ming dealing a lot of damage with that W build. I'm not normally a fan, but it looked good. It looked fine. It was a well-played game. Maiev doing what they could. Greymane not able to get a lot of stuff in because he had to go in after being poked out. Yes, I do. Sorry, we got to go to game summary. Talent's coming out. Anduin coming in. Great build. Zag, great build. Li Ming, didn't expect W to work, but it ended up working. Imperius, Wrath of Anguirus, I normally see the other one, worked out great. Blaze, Bunker Drop, awesome. Stukov Swipe, I did really like this. I thought it was good. I just thought it would work also. Li Ming was able to stay further away, that's, part of it. was they able to stay further away and able to get the job done. A deep breath, everyone, as we find maybe a Rackham. We'll find someone as we go into a lobby. We'll go into this one, and find maybe one of the winners. Rackham.
Howdy, Boomer. How are you?
Sweaty. That was good. That was well played.
You're sweaty. You were just watching that
I
nonsense.
watching. I was
I,
talking the whole time. Are you joking?
I am very, very sweaty. I'm definitely
Oh
gonna have to
man.
go. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to go in a dark, quiet room and just like put a washcloth on my forehead and just lie there silently for a little while after
Yeah.
that
Like
series.
take an ice bath or something, like cool down the muscles a little bit.
Good plan. Good plan.
Yeah. So, game 1, what did we have? We had D Shire. Neither of what we picked. I thought they were going Cursed. You thought it was Tomb. They didn't end up going Tomb. They went D Shire. How did we feel about D Shire? Were you nervous in the first half? Better in the second half? Just run me through it.
So, Dragonshire is not a map that we play particularly well, but it's also not one we're really bad on. There are a couple maps, which I'm not going to tell you, that we just don't play well for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonshire is like right in the middle. It's like, yeah, we can hang with that. I think we did a good job with our macro, and that's just game one. All three games, we did a really good job getting camps out very, very crisply and just being aware of the map. So I think that that really helped us, especially in game one.
Oh, good. Yeah. Speaking of macro, game 2. Not that you both started on camps, but you traded the mid siege for the bottom siege on Infernal Shrines. There
Hmm.
was about the same amount of damage done when all was said and done. Everyone was about the same level, so your macro was, yeah, kind of on point, especially in the early game. As we go into the later game, how stressful was that? Eventually being able to kind of come back on map 2 and equalize at 20 or later, just hoping that you don't slip up. Kind of run me through the late game there.
So that was a case of we were down, and we knew that one more person dies, that's probably the game. In fact, that was called out in comms at least once, probably multiple times. Don't die or the game's over. So I give a lot of credit to the rest of the team for just staying frosty and not dying that one extra time. We had some really good defenses, and every time we were able to defend and not lose the game. It's kind of it felt like we got a little maybe a little energy from that. Like, oh, okay, well, we haven't lost the game yet. We're still in it. The core's still up, so let's go get them. And then we did, just chip away until I actually don't even. Was there a big fight at the end before we took the core? I honestly, God, don't remember. It's all a big scramble in my
Oh
brain right
gosh.
now.
Did you get 2 or 3? I think you.
Uh,
No. Oh, that was a death mosh. Yeah, that was the gank bush that you were able to turn around and got the Valkyrie pull into everyone into the death mosh. But by that point, it was sure a 4-man death mosh, but like only Malthael was up, so they weren't even able to get anything off of it. You guys were able to kind of walk towards core and just take down core.
Yeah, that was crazy. As soon as this interview is over, I'm gonna be going back to watch the cast because I want to watch that game too.
Oh,
Because
game 2, it was a banger.
yep. I think that's probably my second favorite game of NGS Hots I've ever played.
You know what? I'll say it. My favorite one to cast so far. I got really hype with the 2-man or 3-man not protector, Punisher jump with the Deckard route. I think following up and just like a 3-man blow up. It was crazy. That one was
So
fun.
it may have looked like some of those Deckard plays were calculated, but it was basically just me running around in absolute panic, throwing potions in every direction. There was a lot of just frenzied slashing around with the mouse. So
I
somehow I ended up
understand.
being alive at the end of some of that
Yeah, yeah.
nonsense. It was
Um,
crazy sauce.
very much so. And game three, I don't know if you just held the lead the whole time. I think I was skeptical of the Li Ming W, but it was able to be pulled out. We got, to Glass Cannon. Li Ming, 0 deaths, and was absolutely tearing it up from basically the other side of every wall. But we go to kind of the end of the game and the fight around your gun camp, where I think it was maybe a 3-for-1, and Li Ming just got reset after reset, and then it was I think it ended up being like a 4-for-2. One of them walked away. Stukov got cleaned up later, made it the 4, and I think only 2 of you went down. Was it the same amount of stress in the late game for Volskaya as it was for Infernal Shrines, or did you feel a little calmer knowing that maybe you had a fallback after that?
It definitely felt calmer. It's always easier to look at the map and see, oh, we're up in structures as opposed to, oh, we have no structures. So
Yeah.
we really had to make something happen. I thought game game one we were good. Game two we were good in stretches like at the end, but not a lot early. But then game three, it just felt like we kind of okay, we're up 2-0. Let's just go finish this thing off, and then everything was solid. The comms felt great. The macro felt great. Everyone operating on the same page. So it was definitely not as stressful as the first 2 games.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. You're moving on to
Thank you.
finals. I believe your opponents play Thursday at 10 Eastern. We'll say 9. I'm pretty sure it's 10. I'll look it up later, and we'll say for sure. However, you do have your shout-outs to do. So take a deep breath and shout out who you want to shout.
So my first shout out is always going to be to the rest of CM Daybreak. Um, I really, really love playing with everyone on that team. Nobody gives up, as you saw in game two. Everybody pulls the rope the same direction. Their attitudes are just absolutely fantastic. If we ever stop playing for whatever reason, these are the people you want to snag and make a team with. So shout out to them. My next shout out is going to go to Disband Now. They had a really, really good season and just came up on the short side today, but they really outplayed us in that second game. We got a little luck at the end. And third shout out is going to go to our lovely caster. It's always a lot more fun to be able to go back and watch the cast and check out the Twitch chat, see if anyone's talking trash about us. So, and fourth shout out is going to go just to everyone that watched. Thanks for coming by and watching the cast. Good to have some fans rooting for us, and or even rooting against us. Just good to have people watching us. So, I think that's it for tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, Rackham. Wonderful game. Congratulations. You're on to finals. And please enjoy the rest of the week off. You've earned it.
All right, we will. Have a good one, everyone.
You too. Thank you. All right, gang. We have a 3-0 from CM Daybreak. We have Disband Now, like you said, ran a wonderful season. And I do apologize. I was not on top of it. That game was too hype. I will attempt to be better at watching the ads here. But as we kind of get played out here, a wonderful thank you to NGS, a wonderful thank you to both teams. They played a heck of a game, and please enjoy as I look for the next game for Div C is played, yes, Thursday, November 13th at 10 Eastern. Whatever that is in your local time zone. You have 6 Central, you have, not 6. You have 7 o'clock Pacific, you have 9 Central, and for those of you in pesky Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Thank you all. I hope you enjoy your night, and I will find someone to send us all to. But I think everyone's pretty much done. So, thank you all for coming, and we'll find another hot stream to go to. Thank you.